Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome those of you viewing on Billiard Club Network. This is the 2006 U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships, and you're joining the world's greatest players live in Chesapeake, Virginia, to bring you up to date. This is day number 3. We started with 219 of the world's greatest players. We have approximately 128 left in the tournament, $180,000 up for grabs, $40,000 to the winner. Format is race to 11, double elimination. And at this time, we'd like to introduce our two principals for our feature matchup for Billiard Club Network. Our first gentleman is a player representative for the X-Breaker Q, sponsored by Bugsy's Promotion, a member of the strong contingent from the Republic of the Philippines. A warm welcome, please, for Mr. Ronnie Alcano. Thank you. And his opponent is sponsored by Stan James. They're a bookmaking organization in London, England. He is a member of Europe's Mosconi Cup team. He is the defending champion at the World Summit of Pool from Borlänge, Sweden. Please welcome Mr. Marcus Chamat. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, you may lang for the first break.
Well, this should be...
Still going to talk. This happens every night. Okay, well, welcome to the 2006 U.S. Open 9-Ball Champions. And along with my partner...
Alcano wins the lag.
See what I mean? Along with my partner, Jerry Forsyth, this is Danny Diliberto, and we're going to be doing the commentary for this match between Marcus Chamat and Ron Alcano. Tell us something you know about these people, Jerry. I know you've been around the world.
Well, Marcus has been a fixture on the European Mosconi Cup team, and he's been a giant killer at the World Pool Championship for the last 5 years. Defending champion, of course, of the World Summit of Pool, as Scott mentioned. He's a real player full of heart. He plays not with everything he's got. Every single match, you're going to see some great pool from Marcus. Alcano is one of the up-and-coming stars from the Philippines, and like all the Filipino players, he can shoot the lights out. He's been tearing up the tours in the Northeast, like the Joss Tour. He's a strong fixture in the International Pool Tour. This is going to be a very, very tough match.
Well, when you mention like all the other Filipino players, there's one little difference. This guy could have been a basketball player.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of them are all short, and I kept saying, well, maybe that's why they play good, because they're short, lower to the table and all, but it doesn't hold true with this guy, and he plays just about as well as any of them.
Oh, he plays jam up. As you will see, does not have a good opening. One ball hidden from the convenient pocket by the 4. Doesn't take long for him to make up his mind.
No,
and look at this shot.
Perfect shot. He wasn't trying to hit anything with that one ball. He wanted it to go all the way down, but as long as he controlled the cue ball behind the 9 ball, it's a great shot.
Well, he's really got Marcus in a fix here. The easiest rail to hit the 1 ball from would be the long rail, but he's hidden from that.
Yeah, and I like to say that when you're in a bad spot, when you got either a real impossible kick or a highly improbable kick, try to tie up balls. But I don't even think he has that.
No, I think he's going to have to go against the side rail, and well, he maybe can get to this long rail.
Yeah, he's going to go 1 rail with a little reverse, past the 6 and then come back at the 1.
I wasn't sure he could
get
past the 9.
That's what I see. Good hit. Good hit. But unfortunately, a good hit doesn't always have good results.
No, this is about what Alcano had hoped for when he played that first safety.
Yeah. Did he have a good angle for the 2 in the side? It looks like
sure.
It. Yeah.
Well, he was trying to come out for the corner.
And he did.
He did, but it's thin.
Well, the whole thing about it brings automatic position. That's the good part about it. And he's tending to shoot maybe a hair hard, but again, that's because this table's a little faster than the rest of the tournament table. Drier, more heat from the lights.
And it won't take Ronnie long to adjust. Actually his name is Ronato, but he goes by the nickname Ronnie.
Well, when you're playing in a tournament in America, you use the American name, Ronnie.
Very quiet young man.
Yeah. He plays pretty fast too, doesn't he?
He plays fast, and I tell you what, he sees patterns very, very quickly. Still working with the speed of the table a bit.
See, he's tending to undershoot everything a little bit, and he did here also. You know, you want to have an easier shot on this because you got to get to the 9. You know, you can't just concentrate on making the ball. You'd like to be a little bit better, but you know he had no problem with that. Made it look easy.
He does make it look easy. He's a very confident player. As well he should be. He first came over, I'm going to say 4 years ago, and immediately made a mark for himself here. And he draws first blood, 1-0, Alcano.
Yeah. And he sure doesn't look intimidated by the TV table or his opponent. And that's good, because I always tell the story about Irving Crane when I first started. He said, when it's your inning, play the balls. Doesn't matter who's sitting in the chair. And that's just like, you know, he did it. Ron Alcano. He just played like he's practicing.
You know, that's old advice. Play the table, don't play your opponent.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that there are many players that just doesn't work on. When Efren Reyes is sitting in the chair, I see people play differently because they're afraid to let him to the table.
Wait a minute. I'm only saying how it should be,
okay.
Not how it is. It's not easy to do. I've been in that spot many times. It's not easy. You know what I mean? Nothing against you. I'd rather be playing you in the finals than Efren. You know, I might play better against you. It's not supposed to be that way, but it is. Okay, how does he break them? Let's see.
Hard, and he's striking from the center of the table. Now, every other player we've watched has been coming off of the side of the table. He breaks from straight on, makes a ball, but he has gotten really a bad roll.
Yeah.
The 8 ball has rolled up and hidden him, it appears, from the 1 ball.
And he's not very happy about it.
Well, how could you be?
Well, here comes the dreaded push. I'm going to call it the dreaded push. Where are you going to push to fool Marcus?
I think I'd have to put it down on the head rail. Just give him 9 feet to work with.
Yeah, but what if he says you shoot? Then you have to shoot.
You're in a better position than you are now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's got another plan in mind. Marcus Chamat to the table.
Yeah, I don't know about this plan. What do you do here? I mean, you're going to shoot this, or are you going to try to play safe? Either one of them's tough.
There's no point shooting it. How are you going to get position on the 2?
Okay, but telling you about the safety. You know, we can't say there's no point to a safety, but what do you do to play safe here?
Just maybe you drive the 1 into the 2, which allows you to draw the cue ball off the 1 and come up behind the 9 ball.
Well, there's a double kiss possible. I mean, you know, it's not so easy.
Oh, it's not easy at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't even shoot it. I'd let him go. He did the smart kick shot, and he didn't leave him a shot, but he didn't snooker him either.
Well, he's left him a terribly difficult shot into the corner.
Well, the bad part about this is if he decides to shoot, he could get the worst of it if he makes it. I mean, you know, the cue ball is not going to be easy to control to come to the 2 ball, but it looks like he's aiming to shoot it. What do you do? Go right at the 9. That's what I would do. Cut it in and go at the 9. But he played it safe, and he did it very well.
Oh, that's a great switch side safe there.
Yeah, it is. Great shot.
Oh, the perfect outcome of playing a safety like this is to wind up with ball in hand.
Yeah.
Now, will Marcus go 2 rails or 3?
I think 3 is the shot.
I do too.
And you know, when it looks like a guy is really tied up, he's really shooting at 7 inches. You know, he's got a 7-inch target, 3 times the ball, and he hit it perfectly.
But he's going to scratch, Danny. Nope,
no, he didn't.
He didn't.
Great shot. He was rewarded, you know. He made a great hit, and you don't want to see a guy scratch when he makes a good hit unless you're his opponent. That's the kind of game it is. You somehow pull against your opponent.
Well, it appears he can see the edge of the 1 ball.
Going to cut it inside.
Well, if he can, that'd be great.
That's what he
for
did.
him.
Look at the speed. And you know what? If he didn't run into the ball, he would have had position. Great shot.
But he did run into the ball, and now he is in a tough situation.
Can he hit it on the nose? That's the whole thing. If he could hit it on the nose, he could high karate it. That means cue ball hits the rail and the high takes again and stays down there. No, he's going to shoot everything in.
Look at this man play.
Yeah, he's going to shoot everything in.
That was a great shot.
Yes, it was. Great shot. And you know, Jerry, this is like my really first time watching this man play. In just in a rack and a half, I'm very impressed.
Well, Francisco Bustamante told me before Ronnie came over the first time, he said, we've got a fella coming over, and you're going to like his game. And I sure do.
Yeah. But you know what else they say? There's 20 more of them that play real well that are going to come over.
Just wait. Just wait till you see the next guy we send over.
You know that years ago, Scott Smith, our tournament director, called Jose Perica the leader of the invasion. And man, in the beginning it sounded comical, but now it's reality. It was an invasion, and man, oh man, one after another, they all can play.
What a sweet stroke. Great composure at the table.
You're not kidding.
And he's got a 2-0 lead. It's a race to 11 here in Chesapeake at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, this guy has impressed me in 2 racks. I don't think I'm going to be asking him to play.
He doesn't get asked that a lot.
Yeah, I could see why.
This table's been playing very, very tough all week. We've seen very few racks strung together.
Look at Marcus Chamat. He is very concerned right now. He's trying to wish for a chance. You know, let me get to the table before this guy blows me away. I got to get to this table. You know, I mean, I can't win sitting here. And Ron Alcano, he's got different ideas. He wants to keep him in the chair.
Well, he broke from the center of the table last time. Elects to do so again.
I think he knows something everyone else doesn't. Let's see if he keeps having success on the break.
Yeah, because this is rare to see a player break from the center of the table in 9-ball.
You're right. You're right. Well,
one ball's down.
And here's the 2 out in the open. One rail position here.
It does appear that he's figured something out on that break.
Yeah, he's got to shoot the 2 in the pocket and come 1 rail through here, I believe.
Is he? He may have too much angle for that.
No, it's pretty full. Yeah, I think he can do that. No, he's going to go. Fooled me. He had room to go 2 rails without contact. You're right. It was a little too thin.
Now he's got to draw this cue ball all the way back down table to where he is shooting from for the pink 4.
And he's got to miss the 9.
And he's got to make the 3.
Yeah, he forgot to make the 3.
Well, that's what happens when you have a difficult position shot. You tend to focus more on the position than on the shot. And well, sometimes you pay the price.
The position actually was tougher than the shot, and he did that part. So we find out another thing. Ron Alcano is human. He's not from Mars. He's from the Philippines. Oh, he jumped up. Lost a little of the stroke.
He sure did.
See, when you don't follow right through before you step up, the ball's not going to draw as well. You're going to lose a little bit of the stroke, and he did. He's got a cut at it, but...
Boy, this is a tough cut for your...
Yeah, it is.
He's been sitting in the chair for a while, and he's got to come to the table to see this. Big shot.
Well, position comes automatically if you make it. If you make it, but he played safe instead. Yeah, he missed the ball and played safe. There are those who would like to throw a rule in this kind of thing. When a guy shoots at a ball and misses and safes you, you could make him shoot again.
I'm not sure he's safe. I think he can make this ball.
You think he can cut the ball?
I think he can cut it right in the corner.
Or hit rail first. No, he cut it right in. No trouble.
But he's going to... No, he's not. I thought he might be hidden by the 7.
No, he's fine.
Instead, he's got a clean table.
Shot. That was a fine shot. Just make the ball and you're there. And he did that.
Well, if he gets through this table, the lead is going to be very troubling for Marcus. Spotting this fella 3 on the wire in a race to 11, you're not going to win the lunch money doing that. But they're both on the winner's side. This match will not be fatal to either player.
No, but this is the 3rd night of the tournament, and you know, really great players like this, it's a little unfortunate that they're playing this early in the tournament. This could very easily be a final title match.
The luck of the draw.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And Marcus can only sit in his chair, think what might have been had he not jumped up on that long draw shot.
Yeah, and Ron Alcano was fortunate to miss the ball and still win that game.
Doesn't happen often at this level.
Help, help. That's what he's saying. Help.
Well, Alcano's break is working better than any ones we've seen today.
Yeah, it sure is. Sure is.
Which has got to be depressing news for Mr. Chamat.
Yeah. You remember our last match, our champion, Alex Pagalayan, he scratched in the pocket 4 times on the break, and that's tough to win a match, which he didn't. Oh, the right English pulled a 6 in.
But
no shot on the 1. He can't hit it, and here we come back to the pushing stuff. See, I just, you know, I'm like a little lost about stuff like this, because where do you push? Where do you push? You got to come with some kind of trick. And what is the trick? That's the trick. I was going to say that's You know what he's going to try to do? He's going to try to kick. He's going to try to kick when the guy says shoot again and hit this side of the ball, knock it that way, and the cue ball may go this way. Yeah, that's the trick you're looking for. Well, I think he's going to hit that side of the ball, maybe the other side, but I think this is the side. Yeah, he did too. And he barely touched it, but he touched it. Yeah, that's what I tell people. The only thing you can do is some kind of trick on the push. And then you're not going to get away with it too many times. You know, that's the thing.
Well, he would have liked that cue ball to have wound up hidden behind the 4. Instead, Marcus does have a shot at this 1.
Tough cue ball control because you're going behind the 7 and 9 on the shot. You know, that's where you want to go, that direction to get to the 2. But you got to deal with balls that could snooker you. He overcut the ball. He got position all right, but you got to make the ball the state of the table.
Well, thus far, nothing's going the way for Mr. Chamat, and it seems to be playing into the hands of Ronnie Alcano. And
well, he had to do something spectacular there to turn things around, and that's how you win tournaments.
Look at that shot.
That's nothing. You know, he pocketed a tough shot and went 3 rails to the object ball. That is a great shot.
Pool, of course, is a tremendously mental game. Confidence is a huge factor, and Alcano is exhibiting a large amount of confidence tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like he feels like he can make anything he can see.
And good cue ball control, too. Here, I mean, there's nothing about the cue ball here. Make the ball, you're going 2 rails to the next ball. That ball looked like it skidded a little.
It did, and he still made it.
It went in anyway. But he wound up on the rail. You never want to be on the rail. It makes everything a little tougher. The shot, the position. Of course, here I think he just has to make the ball. He's going to have a shot.
For those of you who are not familiar with the term skid, sometimes when the cue ball strikes an object ball, it will stick to the object ball for a slight moment, causing it to push the object ball away from its intended line of travel.
Hey, a mistake. The guy is human.
And that's called a scratch.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus has gotten the break he needs to get something going in this match. Now he can make 3 easy shots, get his arm into gear, and maybe get something going for the next rack. That scratch could be a game turner.
Well, it at least gave Chamat a chance to get to the table and get some little rhythm, even those 3 balls. But the thing is, the match isn't out of reach. You know, he's going to be losing 3-1 now in his break, so he just has to play solid. He's in the match.
Yeah, it's still early days.
Alcano showed that he's human now. You know, he's had a couple of errors.
And our ring girl says game number 5.
And she's playing real well.
But it's not. Yeah, it is. It is.
Nice rack, the club rack. You see it in there? That's the Billiard Club Network's official rack. The club rack.
Three to 1 is Marcus marks his score. Now he's breaking from the side. Not going to follow Alcano's lead. Oh, that's nice cue ball control on the break, but
nice solid break. Nothing went.
Nothing went.
But here's what I like to tell players that, you know, I'm helping. Watch where you're breaking from and your opponent's break, and that gives you 2 chances to find out where the best spot to break from is. And like you say, Alcano's been having success in the middle, why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly. And now Marcus, he played from the left-hand side that time. I don't expect him to play from the left-hand side the next time he gets a chance to break. He's got to change something up and find something that works.
Well, that worked.
That worked very well.
He's got a kick. And I always say there are times when you can kick safe, and there are times when you just let it go and hit it hard enough to give it a chance for something good to happen.
Marcus is going to go airborne. He's going to jump this ball.
You think so?
Well, yes, I do. With that short stick in his hand.
Oh, he did switch to the short stick. Yeah, he's going airborne all right.
He's made a good hit. Now will he get a good roll?
Yeah, it's only a good hit if you don't leave the guy this.
That's not going to work at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to give him the rack so easily because he has shown that he is immortal the last few innings. You get it?
There he is again.
Yeah, he is very mortal suddenly. Yeah, he was cruising along like every rack was going to be easy.
Yep.
Maybe he's thinking of those mistakes, you know, which you're not supposed to do. But again, it's not easy to always do. You know, go to the table and forget last innings. But he might be remembering them.
We have an interesting situation in this rack with the 5 ball. It's in proximity to the 9. I don't know if there's a carom on or not.
There could be.
Oh, my. Chamat has missed what should have been an almost automatic 1 ball, and he is really disgusted with himself.
Yeah, this match has turned around a little bit.
Well,
so, I mean, from super playing to mediocre.
And Chamat hasn't had enough time at the table for his arm to get warm. And you can tell it, he's shooting cold. Now that was nicely stroked.
Yeah, that was a good shot. It's just he's going to have to try to do something with that 5 ball eventually, and maybe a carom.
It sure looks like the carom just might be available.
Yeah. Well, is this okay? I mean, he's straight in.
He'll go for short side shape, it looks like. Ooh. Long bridge over the 9 ball.
Yeah. I like to, well, I got a short stroke anyway, but I like to put my hand between the cue ball and the 9 because you don't really have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Well, here we're going to find out shortly. Is he going to try to go and nudge the ball or the 9, or is he going to just play for the carom? I think you can gamble, go 1 rail. If you hit the ball, you're going to be all right. Let's see what he does.
Well, he just aimed up like he was going to try and fall in behind the 5.
I think he tried to hit it.
He didn't.
He didn't hit it.
And he doesn't have enough room for that carom, I don't believe.
I don't think so. I don't think he can get in there enough. So I think we're going to see a safety here.
We'll see. If he cues it low, he's going for a safe, but...
No, I think he can go 1 rail and try to freeze him on the 9. He tried to do that, but he undershot it. You know, anytime you're playing a guy safe in the snooker, if you can freeze him on the on a ball that you're snookering him with, that takes away a lot of kicks. And Chamat, I think, is going to take a break.
Well, you can't blame him. He's coming to the table with a tough shot, and we'll be right back.
Okay, guys, We're back here, and we've been discussing the play here. I think he's supposed to bank the ball towards the 8 and the 6 and try to go one rail behind the 9, and at least don't let him have a shot that passes. What, he played the 9 or something? I don't know.
He was trying to hide behind the 9 ball with the cue and just didn't get there.
He hit it a little too thin is what happened.
Yeah.
A little fuller, and it would have gone behind there. But he was trying the shot I was talking about. He just did not execute. And right now, Chamat looks the most shook up here.
He's playing with a clumsy arm.
A clumsy arm. I'm hearing a lot of things. Last night, the Dolly Parton break, and now, what'd you call it, a lazy arm?
No, clumsy arm.
Clumsy arm.
It's not talking to his brain very well.
Oh, I see. Okay, he made a great shot. He fell on the 6, almost as well as you can from that spot. So I think he's just going to go one rail with a little bit reverse. That's what he did.
He had some nice juice on that ball.
Yeah, it grabbed, that left-hand English grabbed. And now I don't know if he could play position for the 8 in the corner to the left of him. No, he's got a little.
Oh, yeah, he's got enough. He can just stun out. He's going to have to hit the ball pretty good.
No, I think you're supposed to come back and play the 8 in the other pocket. Well, he's going to force it out. You're right. No, he
didn't.
I was right. Jerry.
I've got you doubting yourself now.
Yeah, I thought it was a little too straight to do the other thing, and he really got a little bit on the 50-yard line anyway.
Yeah, he did.
He's still playing it in the corner. He's going to go 2 rails.
Whoa.
Oh, he's lucky he missed that. He went 3 rails. And in the turnout, it was a good shot as long as the 8 fell.
Alcano keeps edging that lead. Now he leads 4-1. Now a race to 11.
Yeah, I right now think that of the composure, Alcano has way more.
Well, he certainly does now. Everything seems to be working in his favor.
But he's only ahead by a field goal, and we got a lot left to play. But, again, for some reason, they're not running those 3s on this table. Like I said earlier, the other tables, they seem to be running a lot of racks. But on this table, whether it's the mental thing about being in the limelight under the Accu-Stats table, I don't know what it is, but they're not stringing racks on this table. Is that a beautiful picture?
It is indeed.
That is a beautiful picture. And you know the rule we have with the rack. You got to rack, you got to put the 2 ball
in the
right
back of the rack.
where it is here.
Right.
Must do that.
Alcano about to destroy the diamond. He's enjoyed some degree of success with the break shot tonight. Whoa,
Oh, man, he glanced like Alex.
He sure did.
And he almost went in the pocket, but almost doesn't mean anything. He made a ball. He has a bank. You know, I think you got to shoot this bank.
Well, I do too. You can come up safe even if you miss it.
Right. And you got position if you make it. And, you know, and it depends how you miss it. I think, well, you don't really have to shoot it. You got excellent saves.
I was going to say he's got a great safety he can play as well.
It depends. Now, if it were Marcus, I would say shoot just to get in rhythm, get something going on the offense. But this guy has a 3-game lead. He doesn't have to gamble on this. But nevertheless, he looks like he is.
Banking between the 2 and the 6 for a save.
Yeah, look at this. He banked it in the corner, and if it goes, he's got a shot, and if it doesn't, this is what Marcus Chamat has. very intelligent players. And again, I'm going to say it, I've been saying it now for many, many years. Where did they learn all this pool stuff in the Philippines? They had to have a great player with a lot of knowledge to follow throughout the years. I mean, the younger ones now had Efren, but who did Efren have?
Yeah, Efren had Efren.
Yeah, and it's amazing because they not only play good and pocket good, they have knowledge.
Marcus to kick off the side rail into the 1, see if he can make something happen. He needs something to turn his way here pretty quickly.
Yeah, and that isn't going to do it.
Oh, boy.
He left a shot.
And you can see the disgust in Marcus' countenance.
Well, can he hold the ball for the 2, or is he going to have to do something a little funny, go back and forth twice? There it is. He went back and forth, and he did it better than you could have. I think he got better than he could have if he placed it with his hands. That's a great shot.
And slide out across. No, he doesn't either. He just backs up.
Yeah.
Man.
And by the way, when I say they, I'm referring to the Filipinos. You know, they all play so well and with great knowledge. That's the big thing, because it's knowledge that gets you playing well when you get older. You know, when you're young, everything looks like an easy shot and everything. But as time goes by, you better have some knowledge to go with it, because the shooting ability is going to diminish.
Well, they certainly changed the game of 9-ball when they came over here. Before the Filipinos came to America, the kicking game was nowhere near what it is today. People used to kick just to hit the ball. These boys kick to make the ball. And they made everybody else do that too.
Or they kick safe too.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
Another thing that came in the game.
He got a little straight on this one, Danny.
No, I think he's got an angle. Yeah, it's tough to tell here, but I think he's got an angle. He pounds it. He's going right to the 8. See it?
There you go.
Yeah, he had a little angle. It's tough to see. And that little angle is what got him to the 8. Straight in, he would have had to do something more spectacular.
All Marcus can do right now is sit and watch.
And pray.
As this man takes control of the match. This is going to make for a sizable lead. Shooting it behind his back.
Oh, he's... Well, is he amphibious too, or just this?
How can you do this on a 9-ball?
Well, easily. And you know who made games that way and gambled it that way, where he had to shoot behind his back, and he was great? Cornbread Red.
Oh, really?
He could beat good players shooting all shots behind his back. Straight in, a length to the table, draw it. Unbelievable what he could do behind his back. Cornbread Red, by the way, is a player of the past that was an excellent money player and a real character. And he played behind the back and played good players, even. You know, they shoot the right way, and he plays behind his back. Well, it looked to me like Alcano could do that.
Ronnie Alcano now leads Marcus Chamat 5-1.
The score and ball count right now is 49-4 in favor of Alcano. Not that that matters. The 9 is the only ball that matters, because we had a match the other night where someone made way more balls and lost the match because he kept missing the 9. Nice solid break. I'm afraid he just made noise, and look where it stopped. All right, Chamat, you're getting another chance to get started. You're not really way out of it yet. You got to do something. If you do not get out here, it's going to hurt your confidence a little bit, and it's going to make the score worse.
Well, the 1 is automatic, but he's got some work to do to get on that 2-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got obstructions. You know, he doesn't have a clear path to the 2. Well, he's gonna. Well, I like to draw it, but I'm not gonna get time. But He's going to have to do some magic with this cue ball.
He really does.
Yeah. Very tough to do. I don't know if it's possible.
That 5 ball is huge.
Is it possible that he could come through here, That's a tough shot, but that might be his only path. That's what he tried to do, and he did it.
Whoa, what
See,
a shot.
You know what
Chamat.
it is? He looked up at that TV on the wall.
Right. There you go.
We got a TV on the wall that when we draw a pattern, they could watch it. I'm only kidding, of course. He didn't watch it, but he did. It looked like he followed the line, didn't he? I'll tell you, that's what he has to do. You know, he's a champion. You're getting way behind, and you got tough layouts. Champion will have to work hard and get through it. Ooh, he almost missed that.
Used all of the pocket, but it went in, and now he's got a table that he should be able to get through. He's certainly done the hard work for this rack.
He sure has. That's just what he needs to do to get back in the game and send a message to his opponent. You know, I'm not going to lay dead there, Ron. I'm going to give you a little fight. Good shot, but he still has to do something. But this is like, I believe, 3 rails. 3 rails. Yeah, he's got to go here, 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 and over there. And he followed the line again. Good shot. Good shot.
Well, he's staying at the table long enough now to get some degree of comfort.
Yeah. Got to get in. This is a rhythm game, man. If you're sitting in that chair, it's awful tough to get in rhythm. And now he's got, watch out. Oh, that was to keep his backer awake.
That was dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, and now look at this. This is not a gimme. Things can go wrong here. Things can go wrong here. I don't know what kind of angle he has, but if he doesn't have good speed, it looks like he can go behind the 9, can't he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Just stopped short enough.
But this was happening the other night where it was almost and almost and almost, and your opponent is looking to see, well, I'm going to get a shot, and he doesn't. So psychologically, this almost stuff could hurt your opponent. But he did what he had to do, you know, champion heart. Not an easy layout, and he got out.
Chamat gets his second game of the match. Trails now 5-2, but he's breaking. He needs to create some opportunities for himself. See if somebody can string some racks together on this table. Wants to make sure all the balls are frozen.
Yeah. You get way more action when they're all frozen, and especially the head ball.
Now let's see if he'll break from the center like his opponent.
He's not watching if he doesn't. You know, it's very intelligent to follow your opponent's break if he's successful.
Oh, he's back over on the left side where he has not enjoyed a great deal of success.
Let's see. Nice solid break.
6 balls down.
Yeah.
And he's got a shot on the 1, Danny.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, he needs this because this match could get close if he can run out here. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't see any. Well, maybe the 4 is a little tricky. You know, you might have to play a combination there. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good.
Oh no, he's missed the 1 ball.
I thought he got in a little rhythm last rack, but apparently this rack was much easier than last rack. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, and look at Marcus, the frustration he is feeling. He could have gotten this match close. He could have put a little bit of nerve in his opponent's arm, and instead he's left him a basically open table.
Yeah, same table he had. And it really wasn't a tough shot. You know, he had a full pocket to shoot at. He was on the rail. You know, again, if he was like an inch off the rail, I don't think he'd ever miss that shot. But on the rail, funny things happen. You don't cue the ball in the center real well. Well, he got to the combination. This was the only tricky part of the rack. Now, will the 4 do the right thing?
Yeah, it'll stay right there for him.
Yeah. Well, again, when the guy shoots it and this happens, it looks easy. But if you overcut the combination ball, this ball goes on the rail, changes everything. But he hit it good.
Now all Alcano needs to worry about is a proper transition from the 5 to the 7.
Well, you know, he's long and rangy, so unlike like a little man like Alex, he doesn't have to worry too much about getting to cue ball where he takes a longer shot so he could reach it. Look at the range on this guy. Yeah, he could reach.
In good shape to follow right through. Come off the foot rail and up table for the 9. Doesn't have to do much.
Well, tell me this, how old is this Ronnie Alcano?
He's in his late 20s. I can't tell you the exact year.
Late 20s, and how long has he been playing?
Well, over here, only 4 years. Now, I'm sure he grew up on a pool table in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's what I was going to try to figure out, you know, what took him so long. Yeah, so we got a 6-2 match.
Alcano has just passed the halfway mark for reaching his goal. Chamat still stuck down near the starting line.
Well, he's going to put it in the center. You know, he's been watching himself.
This has worked.
Yeah, it has. And
no sense
Chamat
changing.
should, you know, take notice.
Oh, he scratched.
No. And it looks like he made a ball, too.
He's made 2 balls.
Yeah. That's a no-no. You know, you're crushing a man. Keep that cue ball on the table. You know, you're going to let a man that's struggling have an easy inning, and that's not real good. You know, it's worrisome. You know, because you know you're playing a great player, and you let him get to the table with an easy out, he might start stringing racks.
And let's face it, this is an easy out. This is going to help Marcus tremendously now. He'll be able to free stroke through this rack.
Oh, yeah. Everything leads to the other ball.
Yeah.
But you see, you're struggling a little bit. Don't stall now. Get up and shoot. You know, don't take too long for this. There isn't too many possibilities here. I mean, you agree?
I agree.
Get up and shoot. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot the 2.
It looked that way for a moment.
What's he doing?
I don't know. It's like he doesn't see the pattern, and yet the pattern is right there.
You got 3 pockets you could shoot this ball on and get in the same position for the 2. Yeah.
He's probably just worried because he missed that easy shot before.
Well, the best thing to do to overcome that little worry is to get up and shoot so you don't have time to worry.
Well, you know, he did not come out with the angle on this shot that he wanted at all.
No, he's got a little angle, but it's a delicate shot then, you know, because you don't have much angle. And you, right now, struggling. You want to get close to that 5 ball. And he's not, you know, he's got a tricky shot here. See it? Now he's got to take a much tougher shot than he would have had. Fine if he makes it, because he's going to have position, but...
Yeah, position, no problem, but the shot...
Yeah, I like it to be a little easier than this. You know, he needs to loosen up, but he handled it like it was nothing. Yeah. He's got to go on the left side of the 9, I believe. I don't know if he wants to hit it full enough to draw it. Go on the left side of the 9 like that. And he's got fine, and all he has to do is not go in the side pocket with the cue ball.
That's right.
Because that could be the next part of the nightmare. No. I would just make sure I didn't shoot hard enough to go in there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that shot.
There.
It's okay. He did that so he didn't have to think about the side pocket. But look how the cue ball knows how to get near the cushion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's a giant step for Marcus.
Yeah. And again, he's not far out of it with the break, and he's losing 6-3. Here we got Nick Varner, great player. I think he's won a couple of these U.S. Opens. And he's sitting there relaxing, sweating the matches, maybe trying to learn something about where to break them.
That's Phil Wyndham sitting beside Nick. Phil owns a billiard room in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he has Nick come up and give exhibitions for him. So they're longtime friends.
Yep.
Nick's still the only man to win this tournament back-to-back.
Yep. Mr. and Mrs. Wyndham's little boy, Phil.
Yes. Mark is still breaking from the left side.
He made an, oh.
He almost made the 9 ball.
But you know what? This is like the next best thing to making the 9 ball. He's got 7 balls on the table. Every one of them are open.
Yep.
And I don't think Alcano's going to get to the table this rack either. And you know, Chamat, from struggling, needed these kind of racks to get in this match, and he sure got one.
You can see the look on Alcano's face. He knows that bad things could happen from here.
Yeah. Oh, 50-yard line. 50-yard line. Well, I don't know if he could do the 3-rail shot, but I think he's going to have to knock the ball in here and go 1, 2, 3 to over here. Not easy, but it looks to me like that. He's got a path to do that. All you got to do is not shoot too easy. That's what he's got. I think he's going to do that. There it is.
Great shot. That was a big shot.
I still think he's looking up at that screen and following my line, because he's doing it perfectly. I'm only kidding, of course. He certainly knew how to do that.
Boy, he would like to put that 3 ball and come right back out near where the cue ball is now for the 6.
Well, if he does that, he still will have some work to do. You know, he'd love to get straight in on the 6, but from the position of the balls, he can't, because the 7's in the way. If he got straight in on the 6, it's Mickey Mouse, but he might have to leave an angle he don't want to. You see, now he might have a little more work. Could he roll this in and shoot the 7 in this side? I don't know about that, you know, because
he's going to go down and back.
Yeah, you see it.
Still
he put a little reverse on it.
Still playing the 7 in the side.
He got pretty good. Now there's no more 3 rails. He's just going to go 1 rail off the end rail and try to get straight in on the 8. There it is. And he didn't get straight in and jumped a little bit, but I don't think he's going to have any problem, even if he has to go to that other end rail. And that's what he'll do. No, a 3-railer. He wanted to be close to the 9, and he sure did get close.
The tide just beginning to turn now for Marcus. From being well down in the match, he's brought it back to where he's now only down by 2 games. Our score is 6-4. Marcus is racking. He will be breaking.
That's the good part. You know, he's had success with the break now. So 2 games down in your break, when you're breaking well, you're not way out of it. You know, you got a good chance. Here's our ACCUSTATS. Oh, Alcano shooting a real high 905, and Chamat has got 800, which isn't pro stat yet, but he could change that with a couple more runouts. 900 is tough to beat, you know, and he's not beating it.
Right.
Alcano's starting to twitch a little.
Well, that's
little moisture on your hand, rub it off.
That's an uncomfortable chair.
Why do they do that with the cue ball?
To clean it.
Oh, yeah?
They're spinning it off. I asked that in Canada this past weekend.
Yeah. Okay. The dirt goes on the table.
Oh, he was saved from a scratch by the 2-ball.
And he made a ball.
He made a ball, but he's got a tough lay on that 1-ball.
Well, the tough part about it is the position. But he does have he seems to handle these 3 cushion shots very well. Could he possibly pocket the ball in there and go 1, 2, 3 and out to here? And again, a difficult assignment.
That's tough.
But he's been doing it. He's got to do it one more time. This is the winning shot, as far as I'm concerned. You know, you fall on the 2 here and pocket the 1. I think the rest of the rack is like elementary. Let's see if he does that. He's been handling this kind of thing very well. Let's see. He definitely has that shot. You know, he has to not run into anybody.
He does, but if he misses that shot, he sells out the rack.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
so
he's going to play
therefore, he isn't going to gamble on it, and he came with a pretty good safe. You know, he is feeling pretty good now. You know, he didn't feel desperate to try to do something with that 1, and he came with an excellent safety. Well, this is the shot. There is no safe kick here, so this is the shot I say let it all out and whack it and give it a chance to go somewhere. That's what he did, and it didn't work.
Did not work.
No.
Chamat has a shot now on the 1-ball.
To go to the 2 also.
Yes.
Automatic. Make the 1, get straight in on the 2, and I see no problems. This match is getting very, very close and interesting.
I tell you, the momentum has really switched chairs now.
Well, it's because Alcano gave him chances.
Yeah.
You know, Alcano missed a few balls that, you know, at the beginning of the match, he looked like he's never going to miss. Oh, he looks a little bit worried, you know. But he looked worried before it started. It didn't change much. Does the 4 go by the 7? He's trying to look at it. See,
it looks like it does.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, if he could just cinch that and had easy position, there's no problem. But the fact that he's going to have to do something with the ball, which means he's got to shoot a little harder, so you're not going to be able to hit any cushion. You better just make it clean if it goes. And apparently it does. He's looking at it again. From here it looks a little close, but now he's confident. He's got a good shot.
Ooh, he wanted to come off that rail harder.
Oh.
He certainly didn't want to wind up there.
But the good thing about it is, if there is a good thing, is the 6 is right out in the open. So he has to make the ball. If he had to do this and get to a ball down in the end rail, it would have been difficult. But now if he pockets this ball, the 6 goes in a few pockets. although he would have loved to have been straight in on this ball. Can he hit the rail between the 9 and the pocket? Because that makes the whole situation a lot easier. I'm talking about this. Can he pocket this ball and hit somewhere over here and come around? You know, if he can do that, it's a lot easier layout. He don't have to draw the ball or jack up.
He's playing it soft.
He's going to take the long shot on the shot, just stay to the table. There's nothing wrong with that logic either, because he's gaining in confidence.
Sure, and it allows you to play that ball in with pocket speed so it doesn't jaw.
Yeah. He said, you know what, position is tough. I'm just going to take the shot on the 6. And he had no trouble with that. Good speed. Well, he looks like he got himself together. That's the reason he wins big tournaments. He's capable of doing this after struggling. I thought he was a dead man at the beginning of the game.
Yep, Alcano is beginning to realize you should never give the squirrel a rifle.
Hey, that's good, Jerry. Never give the squirrel a rifle. Hey, I like that's country talk, though.
Well,
yeah.
Well, what do you expect? But he had, you know, Alcano had this man way down and gave him all the chances he needed to do this to him.
Yeah, and he's doing it. Look at the draw stroke. Earlier, he underdrew a shot because he was dogging it a little bit, and now he's freewheeling. So much so that it's going to be a 6-5 ball game. Very interesting, good match.
Chamat coming back. Now down by 1 game only and racking 6-5, and he's the first man we've seen really just string some racks together on this table.
Yeah. Yep. He's really playing solid, and he's overcoming little troubles, you know.
Remember, he was down 6-2.
Yeah. He's won 3 in a row now. And mostly running them, I believe. How many racks did he run? He ran the last 2
The last
for sure.
2 at least.
Maybe Alcano better see where Chamat's breaking from. Yeah, he didn't quite run the 2 racks because he played it safe, and Alcano got the kick, and it didn't work out too well.
You're correct, he did. Whoa, watch out.
Yeah, he was going in that side. Instead, he just didn't make a ball, and he's over the top, and I don't think that he has any chance to shoot the 1 and get on the 2. So what do you do here? Do you play it safe from here, or do you push?
Well, I don't see a safety.
Well, he does, but he's over the top, and it's going to be tough to do. You know, you could 4-rail the 1 if you could stroke it, but you can't.
Yeah, but you can't.
So you know what? I would just take leaving him. I wouldn't push here. I don't like to push. I don't think, unless he ties balls up.
Well, now there's no advantage to making the 1 ball. There's just no way to get on the 2.
You can't shoot this.
No, you got to hand this back.
Yeah, so that's why it was not, you know, a great push. I mean, I don't see what Chamat could be thinking about here. You can't shoot the ball,
well,
and it's a tough save.
Yeah, that's the only thing he's looking for is a place to hide that cue ball.
Well, I don't see it. I would never accept this shot in life. You know, does he have some trick here that I have no idea about? I don't think he's supposed to shoot. But he feels like shooting, obviously, because he just ran a few racks. Oh, I wouldn't shoot this.
Well, let's see if he can come up a safe. No safety available.
But no shot either.
No shot.
You know what he told himself? I'm going to try to do what he just did with the one. And if he snookers the guy, it's a bonus, but I'm not going to give him a shot. I'm going to have the speed to rail it to the end rail. If I snooker him, it's a bonus. But only trouble now is he's going to be in trouble.
Now he's going to be in trouble because Ronnie has a chance to hide him behind that wall of balls.
Yep. He spun it. It's not going to turn out good.
Not going to work.
No.
Things starting to turn in Marcus' favor.
See, he hit that ball a little full, or he would have went longer and got behind maybe the 8 or the 4.
Thing is now, does the 7 prevent him from getting down table on the 2? Oh, he's just going to glide over to the side rail and take the long shot on the 2.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could stroke it. Well, it was sort of what you were insinuating, but I wouldn't call it a glide. You know? He stroked it. But it was a great shot. You know, he's feeling good. He is feeling real good.
Yeah.
I venture to say we're going to have a tie ball game
Well,
here.
we said, you know, when this match started that Chamat's got a lot of heart. And he does. He just
but also
grinds it out.
But also we talked about don't give this guy a chance to get loose.
Right.
Because he'll run racks, and that's what he's doing. And Alcano did give him the chance to do all this. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, it should work.
Yeah. 3
Just
rails
comes
and
around.
gets straight in on the 6.
Yeah. Play the 6 in the same side pocket as he's playing the 5.
Jerry, I'm going to tell you, you're playing real well up here, and they're lucky you aren't in this tournament.
I've
You're
always
playing
said
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're playing very well. And so is Marcus Chamat.
4 balls away from a tie game.
Sweater's delight. And I talked about this last night in one of the episodes here, that the sweater means someone who is watching, not just watching, like very interested in it, to the point where the sweater is the perspiration part from being, you know, excited about watching it. Pool terminology, a sweater. And I mentioned we got another name called an eyeballer. You know, you're an eyeballer too.
Or a railbird.
Yeah.
Marcus Chamat has tied us up 6 games apiece. A race to 11. Marcus is on quite a roll now.
You see, the only trouble with a pretty girl showing the game number is when the people go, ooh, you don't know if they're doing that about the run out or the girl. Maybe both.
Well, since they don't do it until she walks around the table, I think it might be the girl, Danny.
Okay. I was hoping otherwise. See, you say he's cleaning the ball. John Smith has a rag with him, and he wipes the ball. Doing that, you're still going to get some of your human grease on the ball, aren't you?
I know. Remember when Earl used to bring a spray bottle to the table with his cloth and clean all the balls before a match?
All of them.
And then somebody finally said, I think he's got something in that bottle. And they made him stop.
Yeah, but he might also do it in the middle of the match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, decide to clean all the balls.
Yeah.
And I don't see any rule about that. Look at this. Good break. He makes the 1. He's got a good chance. He's playing 6 ball this rack. He made 3. Man, did he come to life.
Yeah, well, getting from the 2 to the 3 is no piece of cake.
Oh, well, first let's do part 1. Let's get to the 2 by making the 1.
Oh, he's going to do that now.
Oh, I
have great deal of confidence.
Then if
he's rolling now.
If it's that effortless for him to do, then he should have no trouble going from the 2 to the 3, because he's going to have an angle on the 2 when he makes this. No, he isn't. I'm right. I was right last year, once.
He's got to put a stroke on this ball.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to even help, because if you understroke it, you're going to get snookered.
You sure are.
Oh, man.
Could be a turning point.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, we were worried about him stroking it enough. He overstroked it, and he might have got straight in on this one. No, he's got an angle. Yeah, he can go 2 rails.
Now we're seeing the Marcus Chamat that we're used to.
Yeah, he got a little angle. He can go 2 rails right out to the middle of the table. Or he could draw it even if it's too straight. But if he has an angle, he can go forward. But if he's straight in, he can draw it, certainly. I don't see any problem. He drew it. What do you think, Jerry?
I think Mr. Alcano is in trouble.
Yeah, and you know, in the beginning of the match, I thought he was going to be a shoe-in. Oh my God, a little carelessness.
Yeah, he's okay, but it could have turned out differently.
Could have been disastrous, you know. And
he does have to concern himself here. He's got to turn that cue ball loose a little bit.
Well, he's not going to travel far. He's just going to have to get it past that side pocket. It isn't like once he gets past the side, he can go somewhere else. He's going to just get it past the side, that's all. No, you were right. He flew around a little bit.
Watch out.
Yeah, he's going towards the pocket. Oh, you were absolutely right. And, you know, he was very careless, but he got through it because he is suddenly in dead stroke.
And Chamat has now gone from down 6-2 to up 7-6. 5 racks in a row.
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed that earlier because Alcano looked invincible to me.
And he did. And now I'm going to be very curious as to what that Alcano arm looks like when he comes back to the table.
Yeah, if he comes back.
If he comes back to the table.
The way this guy's going, he doesn't have to come back.
Oh, Marcus is going to feel good moving this bead.
See how the stats got. He went well, look at that. It's a close one now. 881 for Chamat, 891 for Alcano. Yeah. And we got a high-level match now with those scores. Nice break because he hit the ball on the nose, and the cue ball had no chance to glance and go in a pocket. And here we are again. You know, pocket the 1, and I think you got a billiard on the 9.
Boy, it's a tight little area you've got to get into to play that billiard.
Well,
that's what he's
going that path.
That's true. He's got to get there.
You know, you got to have the right speed. I'll tell you what, the way he's going, I wouldn't bet against him doing it. He's got the perfect angle, come with the perfect speed, and you got one easy game here. But making the 1 and falling in the right spot. What happened here?
Well, long shot on this 1 ball, and he's missed it.
But you notice what he did? He 1-stroked it.
Yep.
He 1-stroked it.
He may have come up fortunate. I'm not sure that Alcano can see much, if any, of this ball. He's having to lean down to look, but he can see it. He's shooting straight at the 1 ball. Let's see if he's got enough to make it.
Yeah, well, could he not hit that other ball? That's going to affect things a little.
Oh, yeah. No, he's playing safe.
Yeah, wisely.
And well. So we're going to have a little safety war. Marcus has no pocket, so he's going to have to try and return a safety to Alcano.
Well, I'll tell you what, you better hit this one.
Ideally, he's going to come off the rail right beside the one ball, go 2 rails, come off the rail beside the one and let it just stay right where it is and send the cue ball back up table. No, he's going to.
Oh, I don't like this.
I don't
if
like
he
this
hits
either.
it, what was this all about? Now, the best thing can happen is you're leaving the guy an easy safe off the ball. You know, where
Right.
did he think he was going to go?
I don't know.
Oh, man, he's going to freeze him on the 8. Yeah, that was a very careless shot, or not a well-thought shot. You better call the referee.
Alcano's asking for a referee to watch this shot.
Got to do that. We need one of our referees here to call the shot, because it's going to be close. Whether he cuts at it or kicks at it, you got to have someone look at it.
So gameplay will stop while we have a gentleman run down to where the referee is on another table. It's a large room here. And Marcus, in the meantime, has a little time to study this shot and figure out exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, and we have a lot of matches going right now, so you know our tournament director is watching everything, and here he comes now, Scott Smith, greatest tournament director ever. Don't you agree with me there?
Oh, he's fantastic.
He is great.
He really knows how to run a tournament.
He does. And he's not moved by players coming and, you know, nagging him and want to know this. He has 4 or 5 of them at different times. Where do I play? And he has a great temperament for it.
Well, you'll get to watch it up close and personal.
Oh, this is
Can
a
he
great
make the
view. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Foul.
close. He called a foul. He just brushed the 8 first, and now he has a chance to go down to that shot we were talking about, the billiard.
That was awful close.
Yeah, I thought he just brushed the 8, though. You could see it where the 8 wound up.
Yeah. Now Alcano has a chance to get onto this billiard. I'm a little surprised he's going to play from this side of the table.
You're right.
Why wouldn't you just play from the other side and go up and back?
I think he's going to try to draw the ball between the 3 and the 6.
I don't. You know what? I don't think he likes the billiard. I think he wants to come out on the short side of the 2 and play it in the corner pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get a perfect angle for that.
Looks like he's drawing. I don't know.
Yeah, he did what I thought.
Boy, I don't understand that.
Yeah, well.
It worked.
Yeah. He did. You couldn't put it better with your fingers.
Sure couldn't.
Yeah.
Now he's got a great chance to bring us back into a tie.
Yeah. A race to 4 match. Yeah, I don't think he's going to miss this.
No, he'll make this. Yep. 7-7.
Race to 4.
Wow. That was some way to play position on that. But it just worked clean as a whistle.
There were other paths to go that way, but he weighed it and he came with the percentage thing, and that was the best way he could get to that billiard. And he sure executed. Seeing the path and then putting the cue ball on that path are two different stories. He did it. And so he has, you know, a lot of gumption himself. You know what I mean? Because he could have fell dead there, you know, after losing 5 in a row.
Right.
But these are champions, and they can handle that.
Well, some balls flirted with pockets, but none of them fell in love, and that's going to bring Chamat back to the table.
With nothing but a push. And here we come with the push again. I don't see how you could get the best of a push here. I really don't.
Well, Danny, I agree with you. This is a tough one to push to.
And again, you see how it slows the game down? They took the push out a long time ago to make it faster. And look at this. You know, you took a chance. You broke the balls. You might have made the 9. You may have had an easy run out, but you didn't. So now you better kick. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, if he can kick, now's the time to kick, because, you know, you're just not going to get the best of a push.
Well, that kick is fraught with danger as well. He's really in danger of leaving an open table.
Well, I don't know. How about just putting him in long and straight and see what he does from there? No, he left him an angle if he could see it. Can he see this ball?
Well, if he can, he surely it's just an edge.
Yeah, but that, you know, that was dangerously close to selling out, and he may be able to make it. And if he does, it brings position automatically. But he's studying it, so it must not be that obvious.
He's putting him back in.
Shoot, so he just left him an edge. Now he's going to have to kick, I believe. Or could he? Well, I don't know. You know, I'm looking at.
You know, in this situation, I've seen the cue ball come off that rail, hit the back of the 1, and slide right down the rail into the pocket for a scratch.
Maybe he'll make the 9. Kicking the 1.
Good things could happen.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Oh, he did have an edge.
Yeah. Good shot, but he left a window. He definitely left a window.
Yeah, and he knows it.
But you had to do something there. You didn't have the best of it. And maybe under the heat of the battle, your opponent might weaken a little bit and not pop this in and run out.
One ball has a path to the upper right-hand corner pocket.
Yeah. Position is tricky because you're not hitting the ball full enough to control it, but he might just roll it and go in between the balls. Or even if he hits the 2, he's okay. The main thing is don't miss.
You notice he's not just getting down and shooting the way he was the first 5 racks.
Oh. No, it's not as much fun as it was then. But that didn't hurt him.
Boy,
See, he did go into, he decided to cinch it and hit the 2, and he didn't get the best of that.
No, he didn't.
But I'll tell you what, I always say, if you got a choice for a short safe or a long safe, play the long safe. But in this case, I think he can go behind the 7, maybe even freeze him. But he's going for the long safe. That's always best in case you don't snooker the guy. See it? If you don't snooker him, he at least doesn't have anything. Boy. And all he has is a kick.
And a long distance one. Alcano hoping for a good result.
kick it hard. Give it a chance.
And Chamat would really like to see a little miracle here.
Well, part one is hit it and then pull for the miracle. I don't think he's going to get the miracle.
Oh, Alcano did.
Well, did he tie up balls? Did he accidentally tie a ball up?
I think the 3 slides by.
In this corner where he is right now, that's what he's looking for. Does it go in that pocket where he's standing? It may.
I think it goes in the other corner.
Yeah.
Up table.
It looks like he's frozen on the 6. I don't know. We'd have to get a better view of it. Can we get a shot at that 3 and 6? What's happening? Or is it a dead combination?
Maybe just a dead kiss.
No, it might be straight in the pocket, and he's going to shoot that first. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, he's going to. I think. No, it isn't.
That doesn't
no, it isn't.
go, huh?
No, it doesn't. So is he going to just try to follow it, make the 2, and then brush the 6 lightly forward? Let's see. That's what I think he's trying. That's what he is trying, and he did it very well.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, that is a great shot.
Now the table lays pretty nicely for him.
Oh, yeah. That was a really great touch there. He's a cool cat.
Yes, he is. Well, we knew we were going to have a great match, and
it is.
These 2 boys have really shown some stuff here.
Yeah, this has been the best match on this table yet. Look at that control. Man, what a nice shot. Oh, that's beautiful. But Chamat doesn't see the beauty.
He sees the beast.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this one could go down to the wire, or one of these guys could take control and just run out the set.
Perfect. Perfect. And we finally got down to my favorite shot. One of them, anyway.
What's that, the 9 ball?
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
There we go. Alcano back in the lead, 8-7. Ronnie Alcano comes back to the table with an 8-7 lead. It's a race to 11. We'll see if he can get that break back. Now, he's not breaking from the center of the table now. He's just off to the left.
Well, I told you, he watched Chamat's break now.
Yeah, and the one ball drops.
Okay, position while you wait. Nope. 2 stopped behind a few balls. So here we go with the push. Another tricky spot here. Where do you push?
You said position while you wait. It reminds me, we have a tattoo parlor that has opened near us, and the sign on their door says, tattoos while you wait.
Oh, look at this.
Good push.
Yeah.
If you don't like eating.
No, I'd have to shoot here. Cut the 2-1 rail, and you might even be able to go at the 9. You know what I mean?
Boy, you really like going for those long odds, don't you?
Well, bank the 2 all the way back, overcut it and spin at the 9. It's you're playing a safe 2. I'll tell you what, I bet you he's doing that. Get it? Well, he didn't go at the 9, but he did the 2 part.
He sure did.
Yeah, and all it would have took is like a little left-hand English, but he didn't want any miracles. He said, I'll be happy enough to do this part, and he did it.
House Pro at Pool Paradise in Kitchener, Ontario. Please welcome Mr. Ralph Brandenburg. Thank you.
Well,
Marcus has a 2-rail kick.
Yeah, and the cue ball will, if you hit the 2 full after the second rail, it will stop.
Just
See
like
it?
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
he got unlucky and lucky.
Well, though, the 3 ball is sitting there for him, so
okay,
he's all right. He didn't want that ball to drop, but now that it has, he's okay.
Yeah. Well, does it go in the corner or just the side?
I believe just the side, although from our angle, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Seminole Tribe of Florida player representative for Josie Custom Cues, former winner of the 9-ball division at the huge Derby City Classic, also U.S. Open bar table champion from Naples, Florida, Mr. Troy Frank, table number 4. Thank you. All right, table number 6 from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Please welcome back your own Eric Moore. Thank you.
Marcus just can't make up his mind exactly what he wants to do with the cue ball here. He knows where the 3 ball has to go, but it's going to carry the cue ball away from the 4 ball. He would really have to pound this shot to get the cue ball close to the 4. So he's decided to play safe.
Yeah.
Ooh. Dangerous when you leave the object ball next to the 9.
Well, I don't know if he's going to kick that hard, but it certainly looks like a spot to kick hard. It's going to be a pretty easy hit, but what is going to happen? What's the results going to be?
There you go. There's your result.
Wait. That one, well, he's fine.
Yeah, he's great. He's got a little crowd in the center of the table, so he's going to have to work pretty precise position.
Yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time to get a little lucky, and that was a little lucky.
Ooh, that ball's got to get there. And it didn't.
Well, he showed.
And look at this disgust.
He showed another human quality.
Yeah.
Heck.
Well, now. Chamat couldn't get a roll early in the match. Now they're all going his way.
Yes, but he turned that around by good play, and that's what you'll do,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you'll do when you turn it around. The balls will start rolling for you. When you're dogging it and playing bad, you're not going to get a roll. I've seen this for 45 years, and if you start playing, you're going to get rolls. Look at this. He's going to get on the hill first. I would say, what's this? Okay, I thought the cue ball was going to go forward and do something funny, but he got perfect.
Well, this has been a strange little rack. We're just about through this one.
Yeah.
Table 13 is good to go. Sponsored by Shootersville.com from Winnipeg, Manitoba. One of the young guns, Mr. Jason.
7 in the corner.
Table 13.
8 in the far corner. And
Yeah.
draw down for the 9.
Yeah, hit the rail just before the side, and you're going to be fine. I like shooting this with no English. Just low. Oh, man, that was surprising. He's not going to like this.
Now, why would he take that chance?
Yeah, why wouldn't he just draw the ball before the side pocket and take the cut on the 9? Oh, that's a form of dogging it, you know.
It sure is.
Yeah. He didn't get the best of this.
Tough cut now.
Well, he's not going to shoot it. I think he's just going to fan it and go long.
Nah, he's going to shoot it.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't. Well, it looks like he's winding up to do it. Watch out. Don't let the cue ball hit you. See what I mean? It jumped up in the air, and what a shot. What a shot, you know.
That was a great shot. We've got a tie game at 8.
Yeah, he overcame a mistake.
Table 15 is going to go. One of the young guns from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Please welcome back your own Chris Futrell. Yo, Virginia Beach, you out there? Thank you. And his opponent, straight shooter from Indianapolis, Indiana, Mr. Jeff Beckley, table number 15.
Here we go. It's still fairly even, just like the score. 870 for Chamat, 877 for Alcano.
Chamat has really turned his stats around. He was struggling earlier. Nearly 100 points further down before.
Yep.
Feature matchup, table number 5. The top-ranked players on the East Coast, known as the Genie Man from Hagerstown, Maryland.
And the 7-ball
made a ball.
He sure did.
And he's got a shot.
Thank you.
Yep.
Man ever to win one of the Legends of One Pocket titles.
You've got to make it happen when you have a rack like this.
I think he can soft draw it and hold it for the 2 in the same pocket as the 1. I don't think he has to do a real lot.
No, he doesn't have to do much at all.
Soft draw to hair right hand English. Of course, that's what he did. He's got an angle that he really needed.
Boy, the 4, 5, and 6 are just hanging over holes for him.
Yeah, well, let's fall on the, yeah, he's got that. Yeah, they are.
You know, the psychological advantage now is with Marcus, too, because Alcano had that huge lead early in the match and watched it evaporate. So.
Well, he shot him out of rhythm. He kept him in the chair a while.
Right.
Oh, he's hitting him good. I mean, that shot, I have to brag about that one because he got exactly where you want to get. It's not so much just having hangers to shoot in. It's using those hangers to fall on the next ball just right. And look at this. You couldn't have got any better because he's got an angle where he gets off the rail. He's straight in on the 8 after this. Beautiful. Hell, he's playing.
Well, Marcus always does come to play. And I tell you, I'm very impressed with what he's done so far in this match.
Oh, great. He's shown a lot of talent here. And he takes the lead now, 9-8, and it's the right time to take the lead near the finish line.
Boy, wouldn't he love to have just make a ball on this break shot and have a shot on the lowest numbered ball. Ooh. But it's almost been a coin toss as to whether or not the break's been working for these fellas tonight.
Well, a couple of racks ago, Chamat made 3 balls on the break.
Right. This would be a good time for that.
Okay. Very competitive, well-played match. Look at the control of the cue ball. He made a ball. What's he got, a combination?
Yeah.
Little tricky, and position will be tough because the cue ball is going the other way. You know what? You don't even have to shoot this ball.
Yeah, I don't know if I take this on or not.
No, just cut the ball. Maybe put them all the way behind the 4. See what I'm talking about? You know, it's so tough. It's so tough to control this shot in here that he might want to overcut this and come all the way to here. That might be the shot. You know, the combination and controlling everything. The cue ball is going the wrong area, and the 9 is in the way of the 1 when you make the 3. If you make the 3, I like the thin hit and put him behind that 4. What do you think there, Jerry?
I like your shot. The only thing I don't like about it is the chance of the 1 ball drifting down by the 9 ball.
Oh, let him have a combination from 7 feet away. Nah, you got to try to put him behind that 4. Don't shoot this ball. You're going to get the worst of it. Well, he tried to do it, but he used the 8 to get him with instead of the 4.
And he didn't get there.
Yeah, but I don't know what he left. You know, I don't think he can just shoot this. Isn't he going right in the side if he shoots this?
I think he can play right off the nose of that side pocket.
You think that if he shoots it the right slow speed, he'll hit the point?
Yes.
Yeah, but will he get to the 3 anywhere? He can't shoot hard. He can't shoot hard. He tried that shot, but look where he was with the 3. Where does the 3 go?
It doesn't. It plays
it
safety.
was a for-nothing shot.
Right.
Don't shoot a shot you're not going to get rewarded from unless it's easy and you can't miss the shot. But if you're shooting a missable shot, get rewarded if you make it. You know, he shot it for nothing.
Well, now Marcus only has to make the 1 in the corner and draw back a couple of inches to play the 3 in the opposite corner.
The corner where he's cueing from.
Things are starting to look good for Mr. Chamat.
He sure did. He got an angle to draw softly, like right towards the 8, and you got the 4 in this corner. That's the shot. Oh, I don't see any problems here. He's got to be feeling good. And I'll tell you what, he earned all this because, you know, he got through a couple tricky racks to keep going, and he's in dead gear now. He's not going to miss any balls. Oh, look at this. Good as you can get. Stick, stick. 1 rail to the 9 off the 8. And he's in rhythm, you know. He's running around the table now. He's getting them off the table quick.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling good.
1 rail to the, oh, maybe he wants to go 2 rails now. Now that he got this angle, you don't want to fool reverse English, so just go 2 rails. That's the shot. You know.
Don't overrun it.
Oh, he did overrun it. He's going to get lucky though, but that, he didn't get
that's not lucky.
Oh, you see that? I like to tell people this all the time, that shots come up in pool where you say, am I better off undershooting or overshooting? In that case, undershooting couldn't have gone astray.
Right.
Well, is he going to cut this in the side? Well, he's going to have to shoot. You know, it's his inning. He doesn't have too much choice. He's going to have to shoot this somewhere. You got no safes. Right now, Alcano doesn't care where the 9 stops if he can get to the table again.
Boy, talk about turning your cue ball loose. That thing's going to be flying.
It was just that little mental area, and all the people that play pool that are good players, they all have that computed in them. Am I better off undershooting or overshooting it? You don't stop and draw a diagram, but it's automatically in your game. Overshoot or undershoot? Where am I better off? And he certainly is he going to cut it in the left-hand corner from him?
Is he?
Oh man, this will be a disaster to lose this game now after he got around so well. He's got to shoot. He has no choice. He's got to shoot even if it's a bank. He banked it. he banked his wallet, Jerry.
He sure did, and he lost it.
His wallet. Oh, man. Alcano has to be in delightful shock.
Alcano cannot believe it.
Oh, man. Yeah. Chamat just made a mental error. That's all.
And we're down to a race to 2. Match tied at 9 games apiece.
Yep. Wow. That was like a surprise.
Well, sometimes it's a horror show, isn't it?
Oh, man. Chamat was going along so well and looked like he had everything in control. One little mistake, overshooting. He couldn't have gone wrong undershooting.
Right.
No way on earth. However, what's this? Break time? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Time for a break.
Alcano comes back to the table, and he only needs 18 balls to fall to take this match home. He can get 9 of them now if this break will work.
Good solid hit. And he made a ball.
He made the 3 ball.
Oh, what's this ball going to do?
No.
The last ball rolling snookered him. The last ball rolling snookered him. Now here comes the trick. Not the push out. Here's what I like. Again, this is a similar kind of shot like earlier. Go into here, hit the edge,
but he's
knock this ball that way, and try to fall behind all these balls.
But he's going to jump.
I forgot about the jump. You know what? I am not clued into the jump because I really don't like the shot. You know, I think it's a circus shot, and I don't like it in the game. You can't do it in snooker. You know, the World Snooker Association, there's no jumping. He doesn't have to get position if he makes it jumping.
Ooh.
You get it?
Yes.
Oh, look at this. What's going to happen here? Oh, he's got a shot at the one. I mean, he's not going to.
He's not going to take the carom when he's got this run.
No. It's a little tricky anyway. Can he hit the one full enough to do this? Could he hit the one full enough to come right through here? I don't know.
I don't think he really needs to. He can go. He can go all the way down table and come up on the other side of the 2.
Well, anyway, I don't like going a path that most of the time you're snookered. You know, I like to discourage that. Take the path where you're not snookered most of the time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe he might just draw out, draw
well,
back.
He could draw, or he could follow it if it's a little bit thinner. You know, he's going to draw it. No, he isn't. He did your shot. He did your shot, and he did it very well. Very well.
Now, from the 2 to the 4 is not the easiest road.
Yeah.
Because he might run into the nose of the side pocket on his way down. Oh, no, he's going to play it in the side.
He's going to play it in the side, and he's going to be fine.
Oh, yeah.
He is finer than fine, I believe. I think he's got the angle where, I don't know, does the 5 ball go in the side, or is he going to have to play it in the right-hand far corner?
I think he's going to have to play it in the corner. It may go in the side. He's looking at it in the side, and he didn't look long, so perhaps it does.
Yeah. Well, if it goes inside, then he's got no problems. But if it goes only in that right-hand corner, he's going to have to do something here. But he has the angle to do that, too. But it must go in the side.
It must go in the side.
Yeah.
If you want a cocktail, belly up.
And it was a great hit. You know, let's not say that it was automatic. He hit the ball very well to get there. Yeah, he's trying to see the angle he wants on the 6 to get to the 7. I think you go forward just a little bit, like that. Good shot.
All his problems should be over.
Well, except the problem of winning one more game.
Well, it's a good feeling to be on that hill, though, Danny.
Hill first, whatever that means. You people out there, I don't know what it means, getting on the hill or hill. I don't know where that all came from. In other words, if you don't watch much pool, or you don't play a lot, or be around gambling, you might not understand what hill means. It means you both need one game to win. Now, how did that terminology come about? I got to check out, see if anyone knows that.
Well, then
you live in the hills.
Then let's just say that Marcus is about to win his penultimate game.
Yeah, that too.
And he's done it. He's on the hill. Leads the match 10-9 with that ever critical break shot coming up. And it's been, you know, the gift or the curse all night long. And he needs a gift right now.
You know what the Indians said when they were going over the hill?
No, I don't.
They said, "We're going over the hill."
All right, Danny.
Well, I just wanted to throw more in about the hill because I'm confused about how it became, meaning you need one game to win.
Well, you have to wonder what's rolling through Marcus' head right now, the way this break shot's been working tonight.
How about saying nothing is rolling through his head?
Yeah.
Never mind. And that is a compliment.
Just give me one ball down.
He's only thinking about make a ball and run out. That's all. Make a ball and let me see the one.
Yeah, give me a shot. He's made a ball. Now, will he have a shot?
The one's going to go down and in.
And he's got a shot on the 2.
He's got a shot on the 2.
This could be it.
It's a little tricky, though. No, look where the 3 is.
Yeah, the 3 is right there.
It's right there. He's going to brush the 9 and have the 3 straight in. Oh, he's starting to see the goal line. Now I can understand what that means, seeing the goal line. You know, that's some sport.
Boy, let's remember now that Alcano had a huge 6-2 lead early in this match, and now is sitting and watching the man he led possibly march to victory.
What a great hit that was.
That was a good shot.
Okay. Excellent play. Now, what's going to happen here? Does he have an angle?
Yes.
Does the 4 pass anything?
Well, I think he's got enough of a pocket, but he would sure like to be straighter than this.
Yeah, you're right, because he has to hold it for the 5 in that same pocket. Or, I mean, is he shooting a combination? I mean, does he have a full pocket? Or, yeah, I'll tell you what. If he has a full pocket,
you're right. He's aiming up the combination.
The combination would be better because then he would control the 4 ball better. You know, if he cuts it right in, he's flying up a little. He's still got work. But if he makes this combination, the 4 is going to be standing right there. It's a pretty easy shot because that ball's just off the rail enough to miss it.
And now he's giving Alcano. Look at this.
He overcut the room rent. He overcut the room rent. Oh, we're destined to have a hill. You know, we've been talking about it all night. Hill. What does it mean? Blah, blah, blah. Might as well become hill. Oh my God!
This certainly will.
Filled with suspense, isn't it?
You know, Chamat, he knows he had that rack in his hands.
Yeah, and the match. Hey, what's this? Okay.
He's all right.
I thought it was going to bounce more. Once again, don't go in the side pocket and try not to be straight in on the 8. That's all. The only things can go wrong. The only things that can go wrong. Ooh. Ooh, boy, he's going towards that pocket. Good speed, though. Like I always say, if you have to go towards the pocket when you make your ball, shoot soft enough not to reach. Yep, play it short. Oh, Chamat, you threw away the match possibly, pal. Now you got to sweat. You know what? For what he just did, he deserves it to go in on the break like it just happened to Alex.
And now it all comes down to one rack of 9-ball.
Race to one, folks. Sweater's delight. Plenty of suffering, plenty of torture, plenty of sweating.
You fight 20 racks to come down and have the whole match decided with one rack.
And we got stats of 867 Alcano and 873 Chamat. Those are close enough figures to be tied at 10-10. And that's just what we have.
Well, if it's been like most of the racks, it'll hinge on this shot. He's made a ball.
Oh,
now ball's rolling.
Oh, the cue ball he made. Oh, boy.
Look at this.
And you know what? He didn't really fly in the pocket with his hit. Something knocked the cue ball in the pocket.
Yeah, it was kicked in.
Yeah, it was out in the open. Something hit it. Oh, Chamat. Well, see the pool gods?
I'm telling you.
You shoot the combination now?
Alcano
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Better than trying to run through all those balls.
You think?
Yeah, I think you make this. Oh, it's sitting ideally, you know, and the thing is, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I was going to say, I don't like that combination, Danny.
I did. You know, in the other day, a guy played a combination I thought was dead wrong, and he missed it. But I think he would have made that. All right, I'll tell you what. If he doesn't get out, he's going to wish he shot the combination.
He's going to wish he hadn't shot it, but...
Look, he got a little tricky.
Yeah.
He would have never missed that 9, you know, because you could hit it the right speed. Get it? Oh, is he there?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
Right where his Q-tip is where he wants the cue ball to wind up after this shot so that he can play the 5 in the opposite corner from the 4.
Yeah. You can't roll it in and shoot it in the side, could you? No, in the corner. He had an angle to do this. Well, the 6 doesn't pass the 7, but I think he could draw and play the 6 in the same pocket he's playing the 5 in.
I agree.
Yeah, you don't want to fool with a combination here because you got 3 things to control. The object ball you're pocketing, the ball that knocks it in, and the cue ball. So I think he has an angle here to draw and shoot the 6 in the same pocket as the 5. But you see, he is working harder than he would have worked to shoot the combination. You know, look, he's looking too long. He's looking too long.
Yeah, he's studying this one for a long time.
He's got just the right angle to go to the 6. A 1-pocket player, I don't know if he plays 1 pocket, but 1-pocket player falls on this 6 easily. That's what he's going to do. I don't see any problem. Now I do. Well, he didn't want to hit the 6. It didn't have a real good draw stroke on it. You know, now he's going to run into the 7. He might pocket both of them and not be on the 8. You think he wished he would have shot the combination right now?
I think he probably does, Dan.
Look where he is. You might have to consider playing the safe here.
Yeah.
Well, he used bad judgment. I'm sure he did. He would have never missed that 9. And you know what? If I were playing him and it was this score, I would have been praying for him to run out instead of the combination.
I think he's going to put that 6 ball right in the corner pocket, run around the 7-2 rails, and come out and play the 7 in the corner.
Oh, I don't know, because if he shoots that speed, it might glance too much to start with, and he might hit the 7. It isn't like he could soft draw it and go 2 rails. I think if he tries what you said, he's going to hit that 7.
He played the safe.
Yeah, and not a good one. He sold out.
He sure did.
He threw the match away. You think he would have loved to shot the combination right now? I hate to keep saying that.
If he had it back.
But like I said, he had balls to get around and little things to do and all that. I know Alcano's happy he tried to run out.
Well, he is now.
Well, I mean, before he even did it, he was happy.
Well,
and that's what I would ask him if I were Calvert when the match is over. Ask him if he's happy. I mean, I know it turned out, but wasn't he happy when he didn't shoot that combination? You wouldn't miss that combination. No way on earth. Yeah, and he got punished for it, but he actually got punished. He threw the other game away, too.
Yeah.
He was winning 10-9, and he lost 2 in a row and shot both games.
Well, a few moments ago, Alcano didn't think he had a prayer, and now he's going to be our winner.
Yeah, Chamat got a little brain lock there, I think. You know, that layout wasn't so easy. You know, the 6 didn't pass.
It's the Philippines over Sweden. Ronnie Alcano defeats Marcus Chamat 11-10. What a match. Now, J.R. Calvert, publisher of Inside Pool magazine, is going to drop down on the floor and have a few words with Marcus Chamat.
Ask him if he... You can
Hello,
talk
guys.
to Chamat first.
I'm coming down with Marcus. Marcus, tell us a little bit about what your decision based on not shooting the 9-ball combination. What made you want to not shoot the 9-ball?
I always think that if you have a tough combination, I don't like to shoot them. A combination is always a combination if you feel like you have a run out that you can make out. I didn't get out now, but I'd rather take the run out any day of the week.
Yeah, but now with ball in hand,
Well,
Calvert.
I guess what the question here is, you had ball in hand and what appeared to be a mediocre combination as opposed to a fairly hard run out because you had a little bit of work to do with some of the balls not having pockets.
Yeah, the 6, I thought for sure I'm going to get out anyways.
Well, let's see how stubborn he is, Calvert. Ask him if he's sorry he didn't shoot the combination.
No, don't. Come on.
Okay, are you sorry you didn't shoot the combination?
Yeah, I guess no.
Well, you had a tremendous set, and congratulations.
Thanks.
That's the answer I wanted.
Well, I'm going to go over here and see if we can talk to Ronnie here. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to go, but let's give it a try.
Calvert, ask him the same question. Is he happy in the beginning when he didn't shoot the combination?
Well, congratulations, Ronnie. Hard-fought set. It looked like it was fading away. You were down.
Calvert, put the microphone closer.
I'm 62 and then I break and I can make the break. That's why,
How did you feel when you saw Marcus pass up the 1-9 combination when it was hill-hill?
Yeah, for me, if I shot, I think I make the combination.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, congratulations. Thanks.
Very good match, folks. Well, in behalf of my partner, Jerry Forsyth, it was a lot of fun doing this match. We had a lot to talk about, joke about, and we'll close now. And thank you, Jerry.